Hello, welcome to The Honest Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob. It's Thursday. That's right. It's 40k Thursday with Nick and Tom. Hi, Nick and Tom.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Nick and Tom. So creative. Yeah, very fun.
So, hello, welcome to the show. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, we're live always on Twitch. Please join us on a Thursday to talk 40k. If you want to know our Patreons, or if you're one of the people who subscribe on Twitch, I just want to say you guys are wonderful. You help make the show massive. And you're going to be really excited today because you've helped pave the way for the announcement that we're going to be talking about right now.
Cool stuff.
In fact. Yeah. But before we do that, obviously we'll get everyone into the room on the Twitch chat. We've almost hit our year mark, and we've almost hit 250,000 downloads on our podcast.
Wow.
That's pretty great, right?
That's pretty awesome, yeah.
So if you're one of those podcast guys who's listening, you guys are wonderful, and we really appreciate it. Merci. There was 2,500 people who listened to our 40k FAQ chat, and I was like, I wonder how they feel.
Were they annoyed as us?
Are they Demons or Harlequins players?
Not anymore, they're not.
No. Well, speaking of which, what are you playing these days?
Well, yes,
Age of
great.
Sigmar, yeah?
We're gonna we'll get to that conversation in a minute. So Hooker Pin, hi, Longshot Loxley, JPIC, obviously Unicron John, Alpha Divine AK, Papa Peen. Hope you're all well. It's a pretty special show today. I'm very excited. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Before that, Chester Master Balrak, hello. Before it goes any further, you guys, Nick, Tom. Tom, let's start with you first. 40k, hobby and chat, preamble.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Glasshammer this weekend.
Yeah.
So I've submitted my list for that.
Do you want to tell people what that means?
It's a 40k tournament where you don't measure in inches, you measure in cup sizes.
Oh, wow! Tom's straight in there with the dark beams.
6 inches is 3 pints. So 1 inch is 1 pint is 3 inches. Mm-hmm. And then you have to use a glass to
move every model.
It's like 40k croquet.
Yeah,
and you've got to
I'd say it's an event run by a different by like a rival channel, but that rival would imply equals and also that anyone cares. So not.
I'm not boarding this train.
Oh, you're not boarding that train?
He's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay, all right.
I need to disclose my bias immediately.
Oh, okay. So Tom's bias is.
He's also a knob, but he's a mate of mine. He's a mate of mine, but he's a knob.
Hi, Matt Pashby, Zangor Jack, and Alpha Divine Devlin AK. Have you done anything else apart from going to this event at the weekend?
I have made a display board.
Which you're playing 40k?
Yes.
And what tournament? Which tournament? What army are you taking to the tournament coming up? And
I'm taking Eldar, and I've got one of the Danish ETC players in my first round matchup, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
And then I am taking Eldar to Blood and Glory, for which I've made a display board.
Right.
I'm just finishing airbrushing so I've got a TT Combat Space Elf Skywalk set that I found in my prize pool. So I've been airbrushing that up, getting it all sprayed ready. And I'm also constructing some beams to go inside, like they're kind of like teleport beams.
Oh, cool.
Kind of weird. So I don't suppose either of you remember the old. In fact, no, you won't because you didn't play it, so it's fine. I'm not going to make that analogy. But so like teleporty beams that you can like glide up, and then some other stuff. So I'm airbrushing those up, and then it's got a.
Are they like made of wood or are they like see-through?
They're made of wood because it's just cheaper. Right. So I've got that. I'm airbrushing those up. I've then got I've got some polystyrene styrofoam thingy balls that are going on the top, and I'm going to put some.
Is it looking pretty phallic?
Yeah. So and then I'm going to have the transfer on the top, so it looks like I've got a tattoo on the scrotum.
Does anyone ever think that like the analogy between like war and that basically men just decided that they were going to take very dick-like looking things and just fire
very
them
homoerotic
and then just fire them at each other? Well, in dominance displays. Well, could it be a better representation of like.
War is entirely about sex.
And dicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alexander the Great Man. Look at that guy. Around bumming everything you can find.
Hello, Palladium. Hello, Springer MD. Welcome to the show. If you guys hear me coughing, I'm still trying to recover from the weekend. I'm not in the best shape. So if you listen to the podcast, please bear with me, and I'm very sorry.
Did you get the tournament plague?
I know I had the plague, I think, pre-tournament, and then the tournament like buried it deep into me.
Did you not get heat stroke?
No, although that's the Saturday, Tom. So triggered. It was so hot.
Yeah. I'm hoping it repeats itself.
What? At the
finals? I'm good in the heat.
What?
I'm good in the heat.
Oh, you like people stressing out in the heat?
Well, I'm still affected by heat, but I'm less affected by heat than everybody else. Pretty much.
Okay.
Look. Look at this.
What?
Look at this arm.
Yeah.
Heat just goes through it.
Oh, right, okay,
It's
because
like-
it's so thin.
Oh, exactly. And I have experience playing in 40-degree heat with no air conditioning. So hot, Eldrad's face melted off. So, I've got the model. I
Is
can
it
bring in.
Finecast?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think when I
That
live stream
explains
from
it.
Australia, which I've heard is going to be in... The Australians, I heard today, said, it's going to be hot. And I was like, dear God.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, dear. So I might be taking... I don't know what I'll be doing. I was just saying that.
Just take a set of mini fans.
Yeah, just wafting around
And
me.
then like a dog cone on the microphone. So
Yeah,
you
just
don't
a
get
small
any...
Sherpa just to wave things at me. That's what
Well,
I'm
you
doing.
don't want all that sound getting in the microphone, so you put the dog collar, the
That's
dog cone on it.
That's
There you
true.
go. So,
Hi Joe, Chester must have all right. It's so hot right now. That's right. Arkian asked if I was a plague bearer, and he says it's a joke. Do you get it? Get it. So obviously we're joined by everyone on Twitch. So I want to say thank you for being here. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, share. All that shit's good for our algorithms. And if you really enjoy what we do, it would mean a lot to us. So that really helps. So please do those things. Just like they're somewhere. I think subscribe is wait, hold on. Here? Like if you're on YouTube, but then you can't subscribe.
Or would it be down
so
here?
You like it on Facebook here, and then you leave a comment, and then over there, just share it around, whatever. That's pretty good.
put it in all the group chats.
Yeah, all the group chats that you're in.
You can download it, put it on a VHS, send it to your grandma.
Please do, yeah. You can put it on 84 floppy disks,
Yeah.
and then play it on your
Number
old
them
school.
1 to 84.
Evening Gozzy, evening Bean, hi Lord Win, hello everyone. Nikos, you've been doing any hobby this week?
I've finished off because I finished my Armigers the other week.
Yeah.
But I bought a spray gloss because it gives you a really nice even finishes. They're quick on all the panels once I've finished them. But I had a really frustrating thing with it. When I sprayed it twice. I glossed it like 3 times with the spray. But every time it didn't keep for some reason. It varnished it, but it didn't give a gloss effect.
Would you like to publicly accuse the brand, or do you think it was?
No, I don't blame Humbrol, who I bought the spray from.
Okay.
I blame Games Workshop.
I also
Why?
used the Games Workshop one, the Purity Seal.
Well, so I used Humbrol gloss spray,
Yeah.
but the reason I blame Games Workshop is because this is the only time when I've been painting my knights. Previously, when I've done my Night Flames and I've gloss sprayed it, it's been absolutely fine. But this time for the blue, I used the blue glaze to help do a bit of glazing on the fire to help try and smooth the transition between the colours. So I think on the parts that I didn't use the glaze, the gloss held. But where I did use the glaze, it didn't work. So for some reason, the glaze and the gloss didn't get on, and the glaze won. So I bought some Vallejo gloss varnish to do it with, painted it on. So it got them all nice and shiny and glossy, which I like.
We all love some glossy models.
We do.
The Templar, thanks for subscribing for 11 months in a row. We're nearly at the birthday mark. Very exciting. Intense excitement.
Who's going to be the first to get a year?
I think it'll be Arkian or John, the 2 mods.
Yeah.
Because they do not fuck about when it comes to subscribing, which I respect. And those guys are amazing as well. Interesting. I think one of the things that we're maybe going to do in the future is we're going to have someone on to do some. We're going to do a hobby show basically, but it's going to be more of a purchasing show. It's like, hello, you're a new wargamer. Hello, and some of that's to do with the skull that you currently have in your hand, Nikos. Hello, you're a new wargamer, and you'd like to be involved.
Now
in
we
the
know why
hobby.
Games Workshop likes to use skulls all over the boards, because they're hella cheap.
Yeah.
There you go. So it works.
Yeah.
Killing a guy costs nothing.
Hi, Carmack. I hope you're enjoying the painting. And we could just talk about what are actually good paints. So I actually have never used anything other than Games Workshop paints, apart from before they did coloured sprays, they used Army Painter coloured sprays.
Yeah.
I personally have never had a bad experience with them ever.
I've had one, but
I only recently discovered the Armor Painter once, and I've been using the black spray rather than getting the stuff from Halfords or Games Workshop. It smells weird, but apart from that, it's great. It's really, really good.
I think I only had one bad experience with them. But I used to buy the brown Army Painter one years ago, and then for some reason I didn't. And then I bought the Games Workshop one to spray my Necrons, but then they stopped doing brown.
Oh.
I was like, why?
Yeah,
why did you stop doing
that's
brown?
the issue with Games Workshop products
Weird.
as opposed to things like Army Painter or Vallejo is they're brands who specifically only make that singular thing.
Yeah.
And therefore I trust them a little bit more, especially for continuity.
Yeah.
So I think I'd like to move away from being a Games Workshop painter, but problem is I've started so many projects in Games Workshop paint schemes. I think maybe the first show I should ever do is me learning how to strip paints or something off some
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be quite fun.
BioStrip's pretty easy for that.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, and I'd like to go through it and just experience it.
Nail varnish removal. Acetone free off Adenaughter models.
Oh, okay.
I quite a few years ago, I sold an army specifically so I could bulk buy a load of paints, and I bought a big from War Games Foundry. So loads. It was like 140 or 200 or so different paints, but it was like each colour had 3 different colours for each palette. So red had dark red, medium red, light red.
Yeah.
Kind of how the Games Workshop system is now. But if I was to do that again now, I think I'd go for a Vallejo set, just because they're quite a good brand for paints, and they already come in dropper bottles. Because quite a lot of my friends have transferred all their Games Workshop paints into dropper bottles with like a small ball bearing in.
Yeah.
Because Games Workshop paints, if you
just dry out
really, really quick, but the dropper bottles, less so.
There's no allegedly about that. There's an entire tray of Games Workshop paints over there you can go and grab at, which are mine. They've just dried out.
Does anyone know where to get a white that doesn't dry out?
Vallejo.
Because they've dropped bottles, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, Vallejo.
Yeah.
Oh, we've also been suggested doing a show about stripping. Not stripping.
Oh
no,
we can do a
about
stripping.
Stripping.
It's a show about
We
stripping.
can do a stripping.
That's right. Yeah, it's a stripping show.
After
Let's do it
hours.
downstairs.
Yeah. Pepin says it's dead easy. Oh, that's awesome. You can send me a message because I think you're great, and that'll help me out loads. Hi, get to the chopper, the Templar.
Get to the chopper.
Palladium was here earlier. I'm sure I said hi. But the guys in the chat are just loving the different paint schemes and ideas, and all war colours are white is good, says Symbol, and then also war colours white, but colours spelt the American way.
Okay.
You mean the wrong way?
Yeah, non-English.
Yeah.
Tiny King, thanks. Everyone's noticing that my voice. I listened to myself actually from the Monday show, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
What kind of narcissist listens to themselves?
Only for 5 minutes.
I totally
because
never
I was
do
checking
that.
the audio quality. That's why I never listened.
Checking the audio quality.
You know, people on the podcast listening right
So I
now are
listen
like,
as well.
"What the fuck? Why is the sound never good?" It's like because I can't listen to myself back. I hate my voice and my face.
Your voice is lovely.
My face is also great, but let's not get onto that.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's saying +1 to war colours, by the way, Tom.
War colours.
Yeah, and also I want to do. So I haven't done any hobby this week, so I've obviously just been doing the show. It was my birthday. Yeah, so thanks very much. So I took a couple of days off, which was
Good
much
idea.
needed.
Yep.
And then someone broke in the studio and stole loads of camera gear, which was bad times.
Really?
I don't tell you.
No.
Yeah, they broke in.
What a bastard.
Yeah, they sold like 15 grand worth of cameras.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. But like not these little cameras that we use for the show. So the show must go on. So that's great news.
Oh.
The cameras, bad news.
Yeah.
But at least no one was hurt, and that's key, in my opinion. And people are kind, so that's fine. But I had a good birthday, apart from that. It happened on that day.
Oh, what?
I know.
That's not a great birthday present.
It's not a great birthday present. But today's show is going to be a great birthday present, so I don't give a fuck. I do deeply care, but there's nothing I can do about that. And so what we're going to do. But what I did watch this week, which made me really happy, and I was just telling Nikos about it, and I don't know if anyone's seen it. There's a film called Labyrinth, and the guys from Weta Studios have put out a modular. And it's 40k, but it's fantasy more like, but a modular terrain set from Weta Studios, and it's called something Hollow. I forgot the name, so that's really unhelpful. I'm sure someone in the chat will be able to help out. Yeah. But it looks so fucking good, so good. So if anyone is listening to the show and would love to get us that entire set, we would massively. But they also, what's really cool is so they're selling the physical set, but they're also going to sell the templates. Just as things you can download to print at home.
That'd be cool.
Nice.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's really cool.
So, do you know if they're making it is it like cardboard or is it like MDF? What they're making out of?
Oh, out of resin, out of plastic, out of resin,
yeah.
But it looks really, really amazing, and it's all modular. Hagglethorn Hollow, that's the name of it. Thank you, and it looks brilliant. And there's a video on YouTube if you want to go watch it. I was just sat there like a baby. There's something about terrain that really blows my mind. And anyway, I just wanted to bring it up.
Terrain making is loads of fun.
Yeah, terrain making. So we're going to talk about terrain making in a bit, aren't we, Nick?
We are.
So you guys got anything else you want to bring up about 40k this week? Obviously, there was the Speed Freaks announcement. That was a thing.
Haven't we had a Speed Freakers announcement every week for the last month?
Yeah.
We have. They also put up an army list you can build, but on the community site, but they did it using power levels. And they had an entire.
Did they use
army.
combat roster?
Huh?
Did they use combat
They
roster?
used combat roster.
I forgot that was a thing.
And they also didn't, and they didn't include one entire custom force field. So that makes me triggered as all fuck.
Yeah.
Because basically, an orc army should have a 5 up.
As in they had one, but they didn't include the second one?
I don't think they put one in the army build.
Ugh.
And if
Sounds
you're
like
all
we don't know what it does.
Ugh.
It's almost like they don't know what it does. It's awful.
Anyway, so a bit triggered by that. So I'm very excited about the orc news personally, but I'm going to wait until the codex comes out.
Yeah.
I'm done really with reading the clickbait articles on the community side.
There's only so many you can push out before people stop buying your bullshit and just.
Yeah, I'm excited, but it's almost like it's there in the background. I'm like, do you know what? I'm excited you're releasing it. Thank you for doing that. I'm very excited. The models look great. I'm going to approach it when I get to it. I'm not going to listen to what you say because it's not going to be helpful.
It's kind of like any new season of The Walking Dead, where it's just shit for like 2 months, and then there's one episode where something happens in it, and it's just not worth.
No, Carmack was saying he was triggered by the 10 boys mob. I mean, that's true. It's
Just put in a 10 boys mob.
Yeah, they had 3 lots of 10 boys
Really?
and then 3 trucks instead of 90 boys.
Couldn't they showcase the mob rule? Did they not want to showcase?
They wanted to showcase the getting lots of vehicles rule. Well fast, yeah.
Well fast.
But also, orcs have some of the orc models. So there's a quote actually about the orcs. So 140,000. Well, guys, as you spotted, some of the orc models we've shown recently on a larger base than they were previously supplied, as we have with several armies in recent years. We're taking this opportunity to move some of our infantry models to bases more fitting the size of the model. In most cases with orcs, to the newer 32mm base.
This is a big nerf.
Well, yeah, it is a massive nerf. Oh, is it? Because it's 1 inch of 1 inch.
Right, but what you could do before we were on 25mm base, which was just under an inch. So you could have 4 boys. So boy, in a line, and all 4 could fight.
Yeah.
Whereas now you can only get 3 in a line. So you're effectively losing about 25% of the number of boys that can fight.
Wow.
I'm not too bothered about that because I think they just look better, and
They do look better.
Yeah,
but
and I'm happy with that. I don't mind that you can't get 1 extra rank.
I don't mind that the orcs get slapped with a nerf.
No. Plus, let's be real. Like the chances nowadays of those 30 boys making it into combat just gets lower and lower as they nerf combat harder and harder.
Especially if you take 10-man units of boys.
In trucks.
Yeah, in a truck they'll get there.
You are?
That truck will fly across the board, won't it?
Yeah. In pieces.
Well, you say that.
Obliterated.
Until it hits that tiny screen of nerdlings that it can't go over.
I diagnosis. Yeah. I really, really hope they. I'm very excited for the Codex. Yeah, let's not be negative Nancy's. I'm excited. I'm excited it's coming out.
Negative. It hasn't even dropped.
I know. Let's ignore that. I'm very excited to find out what the cool shit does. And if it is shit, we will tell you. Yeah, constructively and healthily.
It's going to be shit for someone. Either it's shit for the orcs because you're never going to take it, or it's shit for everybody else because it's really good.
Let's aim for some
amazing, or the other way. Amazing for the orcs, or amazing for everybody else.
It's going to be sideways amazing, up and down, right?
It's amazing for someone.
Yeah, it's going to be like the staircase in Labyrinth. If you haven't seen Labyrinth, have you, Tom?
Of course not.
And Nikos hasn't seen it either, which really blew me away. I really thought you would have seen it. But there's a scene,
probably have years ago.
David Bowie's in it, and he's chasing a young lady around the labyrinth, but it keeps going up and side down. And it's that where they had to do special effects in the 80s, where really they just kind of inverted the image several times. It's great. You should watch it.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Plus, it's got loads of goblins in.
Oh, very
They're also coaches don't play, which is why I always talk on the show.
Okay. Do you want another drink, mate?
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. I've been coughing a lot. I think I'm on the tail end of being ill. Yeah, big skull. No, thank you. I'll be fine. Right, so, Tom, are you excited?
I am very excited. Because I actually don't know what's going on.
All right, okay. So, Tom's a little bit in the dark about exactly what's happening now. And the reason for that is we want Tom to be, because me and Nikos are quite involved in this, we want Tom to be our fair adjudicator of the information that we're imparting. So Tom's promised he's going to be impartial and fair and go, okay, that sounds interesting. Not sure about that. About the announcement that we've got, because it's actually something coming from the Honest Wargamer, and so it's difficult to review yourself. Yeah. Because I'm always overly critical of myself. Nikos is overly critical of himself, or even though he's fantastic. And also, I've got everyone in the Twitch chat to be critical of me.
I'm overly critical of everybody else.
Yes, so we should be able to load that on.
Yeah.
So the announcement is drum roll, is that the Honest Wargamer is starting its first tournament. It's first in a series of tournaments, which is very exciting. Which, as you guys can see from the title of the show, is going to be called the League of Knights.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, Tom? What do you think of the name?
It's an interesting throwback.
What does it make you think? What does it make you think of?
League of Legends.
It does.
There you go.
What else does it make you think of?
They have 5 knights per team. Yeah.
5 knights per team. Almost.
Oh, okay.
Almost.
Yeah.
Jobs
Spot on there.
destroy the enemy
We
skull.
100% should do some sort of league-based match. Tom, you've just given us an idea. We'll incorporate that into the future. Yeah.
Destroy a mini skull and you get to start spawning some Helverins.
Yes.
Constant
Helverins.
running out.
They just spawn little space marines.
No. They're worth gold every time you kill them.
If you last hit it.
Yeah, so we have a date for...
You have a date.
I have had a date this week. It was great. We have a date for the League of Knights. And what the League of Knights is going to be, in short... Nicholas, do you mind if I say?
Yeah, go for it, man.
That's fine. The League of Knights is going to be a monthly, night-only 40k competitive tournament that happens once a month at the Honest Wargamer Studios, which will be live-streamed. There'll be loads of media work and coverage done. There's loads of stuff we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the whole pack here. And then what's going to happen is once a month, leading up for a season, Tom. Mm-hmm. So the monthly tournaments are part of a season, and you can partake in one tournament or several tournaments as you wish. And then you can, at the end of the season, we'll obviously rank people, and then people potentially could go through to a Masters tournament. And then whenever the new edition of 40k changes, that's when the new season will enact.
Yeah.
Basically.
So it's like season 1.
Pardon me?
So season 1 is this era.
Yeah, season 1 is this era, and then probably it'll run, it depends on new editions and chapter approved. But effectively, what we'd like to do is run concurrent with the game, as opposed to concurrent with our own seasonal system.
Yeah, it's not like ITC or...
No. And also, and there's also, there's loads to talk about, isn't there, Nick? But it's really fun. It's really small, initially. And because we want to make sure we nail down the format for season 1, because leading into season 2, obviously we'd like to expand how big we're going to have it. But there's so much to talk about, so yeah. Happy with that?
Sounds good.
What do you think? Just listen.
So also to add into that, obviously, when you come to the League of Knights events, you're competing obviously against everyone else who's coming. I think we're aiming for sort of 20 to 22 players initially, aren't we? But then we're also going to have an element of a team sort of element to it. So you can come and sort of 4 or 5 people of you. So if you come with 4 or 5 mates, you can form to make a knightly household, and you'll be able to compete against other knightly households who attend the event.
But you'll be capped.
So
you can sign up as a 4-man team. But then that's your 4-man team for the entire season. So you can't chop and choose and be because then there'll be an award for the best knightly household at the end of the season. Yeah. So once your 4 men are locked in for your season, that's it. You're done, and it's registered. And we're going to do loads of work from the Honest Wargamer, because it kind of ties into one of the shows we talked about the other day, where we talked about what you get from a tournament. So it's not just going to be turning up, playing, and you're done. Obviously, we're going to stream the games. That's going to be important. Yeah. We're going to interview loads of people. That's going to be important. Every single army will have their photos taken professionally. If they're part of a household, we'll stick that up. There's scorecards for individual knights.
Colour casters.
There's colour casters. There's going to be there's going to be games. There's an after event social, because it's a 1-dayer, where we all hang out and talk and chat. We'll all be part of a WhatsApp group and a Discord channel, so everyone can fling ideas and things around. There'll be pre-tournament coverage, talking about the list. There'll be post-tournament coverage. Each event will have a different set of mission packs designed specifically around Imperial Knights, which is going to be really cool, but themed. So it's an Imperial Knight. So that tournament will be themed. But Shadow Caesar sounds fantastic. Can't wait to watch. And has donated 100 bits. Thanks very much.
Sweet.
What's the actual knights? I thought I was just saying, no. Can I bring a Warhound? Great question. Does it fit in 2,000 points? Answer yes. Will it win you the missions? No. Maybe.
Some missions it might do well.
We're inventing a meta because we don't know what the fuck it is. Huh?
Are you allowed to bring it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All Forge
If it's
Worlds
under
allowed.
2,000 points.
All Knights allowed. You can bring Imperial Knights and you can bring Chaos households as well. We, as of yet, don't 100% know about allowing Xenos in.
Okay.
I think what I would say is if you really want to come and you really want to bring a Xenos faction, like send us a message or an email or something like that and tell us what you'd bring, what would be your 2,000 point list, and then we'll make a decision on that. Like if someone really wants to come and bring 2 Stompers, I think that would be really fucking cool. Or like a load of Eldar Wraith Knights, that might be cool. So if someone wants to do that, then just drop us a message and we'll consider it anyway.
Yeah. So first thing to do, John will drop it in the chat. There's a Facebook event. If people want to just click attending, that's a way. And if you're listening, you can email thehonestwargame@gmail.com for information. You can message the Facebook page or the Twitter if you want to find out any information when tickets go on sale. Tickets are already on sale. You can actually just click the links and it's already sorted. The date is the 29th of December. But we want to talk to you about all the different stuff that's going to go on and about some of the big changes we made to how the game would work. Because Tom, just straight off the bat, using current 40k rules, I have an Imperial Knight army, only Knights. You have an Imperial Knight army. Yeah?
Yeah.
At what turn do you think the game's going to be decided?
Well, it depends who's going first and who's building stuff, right? Because
Yeah,
if you get to just move all your knights and lob them in someone's face, then you're like, oh, well, that game's over then.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
spot on.
Thanks for following us. The Holy Emperor of Mankind. Has just
Oh,
followed
wow.
us.
The Emperor's
Holy
here.
Shit.
Fucking hell.
Is that Duncan?
Alexopolis just subscribed for 10 months in a row. Thank you. Happy birthday, Rob. Here's a grot and a spider he rode in. 4 Wraith Knights. Maximus 40k says 4 Wraith Knights post-chapter approved. One of the things we're going to do is possibly, it's going to be quite autonomous during the season. And we might, like, for season 2, we might start to involve Xenos races.
Okay.
Where
Expansion.
where we feel that we fit where they fit comfortably. But as of yet, we're learning and we're growing, right? So there's going to be loads to talk about. I'm just going to see what the guys in the chat are saying. Points can always work. Chapter Master Varrock says, I had a massive night game Warhammer on Sunday, 20 plus nights. It was the best game in 8 I've had. It was all over by turn 3, but it was incredible. And a Bretonian knight list is cool, and that's cool because obviously you can paint knights up just for this tournament exclusively. There's so much to talk about. I'm kind of falling over myself.
I don't know the rest of the details.
Well, let's approach it in order. Yeah.
Yeah.
First off, the event is 4 games of only 2 hours each.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's because how hard is it going to be moving 4 or 5 knights around, or
3 Shadow Swords,
or 7 Helverins? No, 'cause it's only knights.
I know.
Imperial Knights, Helverins, or
Warglaves?
Warglaves.
Yeah, Warglaves.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
far. Although I'm kind
It
of
is
in my brain, I'm
possible,
like,
apparently, to
and I'm in my
spend
brain, I'm
45
like, are
minutes.
we doing Dreadnoughts? Are we not doing? But Dreadnoughts are out currently, but maybe one of the versions of
Yeah,
the.
you got to keep those ironclads out of the game, dude.
They
would wreck face, wouldn't they?
So it's 2,000 points, not 1,750, because there should be no problem finishing the game in 2 hours.
No.
Realistically, I don't think there should be.
Yeah.
We played. You guys played some 4-man night games the other day, and you finished 2 in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Easily, yeah.
Comfortably, yeah.
Yeah, while doing the show and talking about it, right?
Yeah.
And I think we just limited it to 1 super heavy detachment.
Yes.
So it's just 1 super heavy detachment, so you can have 5 knights in that. Everyone will have.
You have 9 Helverins. Oh no, you can't fit that many in a 2,000 point list. Can you? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that,
you
of
can
course
have
you
9
can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
You
Yeah,
see,
that
look
could be
at
good.
you.
Could be good.
And I love the idea of there being
Yeah.
3 or 4 massive knights shooting at 9 Helverins running around, and those games are going to be really fun. Yeah.
Running around the board.
Someone's asked why knights, and I think the really key element of why only knights is because we want to start running tournaments. Yeah, but we also think the idea we played loads of night battles on the show.
Yeah.
They're really fun. They're really quick. They're interesting. There's enough knight chassis and variants
Yeah.
that you did the show the other day, Tom, where you did obviously the review of some of the knight
Yeah,
households.
Crass,
Yeah,
Terrace.
there's so many versions
Yeah.
but it takes a lot of that micromanagement out of. Am I going to be playing Eldar or I'm going to be playing Knights?
Even then, though, the Nightbook is so versatile. There's so many different ways to run it. You've still got
Yeah.
a meta game within there.
I think so. That a
It's
new
a different
meta
game.
game.
Yeah, it's a different game.
Yeah, it's a completely different game. But
And also, why knights? Because they're fucking awesomely cool.
Definitely not. We have all the artwork already.
well, no, definitely not. And
I know
also,
it actually isn't. Yeah.
no, and also what's really fun is I love the idea because I mean, Knights aren't overly expensive compared to a normal 40k army, realistically.
Right. Yeah.
You know, depending on what you want to buy or not buy. And the Renegade box set is still out. I think it
so.
is.
Yeah.
Which is what you could buy 2 Imperial Knights. Well, 2 boxes.
But also, if you really want to come and you don't want to buy a whole army, we've got plenty of knights between us if you want to rent a knight army from us.
Yeah, we could
for the event.
do that. Yeah, that could be something we do in the future.
We all have knights, right?
Huh?
We all have knights, right?
Yeah.
TFG Radio says, when can we start franchising it? There are a lot of night players in my area. TFG Radio, send me a message, I guess, right now.
Straight to the Stiff Farm analyst.
And any other TOs out there that are listening, if you want, because we're going to do a ranking systems for it, and it's going to be a league here on the show, I guess. We could probably run the league internationally.
That's the League of Knights.
Yeah.
Probably taking it a bit far straight away, TFG Radio, but that's fine.
Dream big.
So 2,000 points, 2-hour games, 4 games in a one-dayer. So that should be really doable, really fun.
Yeah.
Here in Nottingham, that's where it's located. The link's in the chat. I love the idea of like, Ian Marley, thanks for subscribing on YouTube. Anyone who's watching, subscribe wherever you can. That's all the places. I love the idea of like someone like painting up one of their knights, coming to like many of the events and being like, this knight's brilliant. He's killed like, racking up little armor plates.
Kill markings.
Kill markings and stuff. And we're doing something about that, aren't we, Nick?
Yeah, so when you come to the event, you'll have like a scorecard, and you'll have a card for each of your knights that you can record. What it is, its name. You have to name each knight. That's going to be in the rules pack.
Competitive fucks. Get into naming your shit.
Yeah.
Competitive fucks.
Yeah, you competitive fucks. You name that knight.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Sir
Give it
Bob.
some narrative.
You fucking name Sir Bob.
Even if it's Dave.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to record what kills that individual knight has achieved throughout the course of the event.
Yes, and then there'll be an award for the knight that does the most killing. The most kills. There'll also be an award for the knight who's the biggest punch bag.
Or maybe explodes the most.
How do we how do we define the most killing knight? Because if you've got one guy and he plays against 9 Helverins and one Atropos just goes around and kills 9 Helverins.
Oh, that's still a kill.
It kills a kill. It still
only
only
counts
one.
as one.
It still only counts as one. Yeah. And Arkin in the chat just said Knight Heraldry competition voted by viewers.
That's going to be won by a penis, isn't it?
Well, but there are so many options that we can do.
Yeah, you could do a small dick, you can do a big dick, you can do a choke. Like, there's lots of different types of penis you can draw, but...
So there's going to be the person who wins all of the scenarios. That'll be the winner of that.
Yeah.
There'll be a winner of the best painted. There'll be an award for that. And there'll be a winner for the most sporting. There'll be an award for that. Really simple. And never the 3 shall meet.
No.
However, if someone happens to win all 3, a bonus award will be unlocked, and a special prize shall be won for that event.
You get a kiss from Tom.
Yeah, kiss from Tom. But that's because I like the idea of there being an aggregate champ, but I think that confuses the issue sometimes. So I think what would be really fun is like, you're the best at gaming, congratulations. You're great at painting, well done. And you're like
you're a lovely man.
You're a lovely man. Or lady.
Or lady.
Congratulations, absolutely. But if anyone pings all 3, they'll unlock a secret door.
Award.
A super award. So yeah. What else, Nick? What else is there? Because you need to hear about the new rules, Tom.
Oh, okay.
So you'll get full event coverage. So you'll have the opportunity to be live streamed with your army showcased. There'll be photos, loads of media coverage, obviously before the tournament and after the tournament. Which would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lunch provided on the bar on site. There's a bar. It's in a bar.
Yeah, it's in a bar.
It's in a bar with a great back bar. So
the bar is literally 0 miles away.
The bar is in the building.
The bar is there all the time. And then when we finish in the evening, there'll be, because it's in a bar, we'll all be hanging out and having like a post social. Because I think that's what we would like to get. We'd like it to be develop a really strong community of weird Imperial Knight or Chaos Knight players, and then eventually when we invite the Xenos in, we'll have to go to a bigger venue. But that's pretty cool. So the season is 1 a month.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, we've talked about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And we're only having 22 players for the first one, so we can iron out any kinks. But I don't think there will be any because we'll talk about it ahead of time.
Yeah. And if you attend an event, you'll get rewards if you come to the next event. So the more events you attend, the more favour you gain with the lady.
The more favour.
The lady of the lake. Who
for every event you attend, I remove 1 item of clothing at the next one.
Okay. ILLV, I diagnosed. It sounds nifty, guys, but I'm going to be an honest warrior and say this sadly isn't something I'd cross the pond for. That's absolutely fine. Like, it's a day of gaming, realistically. But the point is to help recapture a bit of that love that you get from 40k. Yeah, shooting, murder, throwing stuff at each other. I feel at the minute, really high-end competitive 40k can be a little bit uninteractive in some ways. You know, having a unit that can just shoot you as much as it likes several times
until you're dead.
I think it depends on who you're playing. Like, if you're playing someone that you know, it's a little bit more interactive because you're just dicking around mostly.
Yes.
And on the UK scene, it's quite tight-knit group.
But also it's a competitive tournament, 100%. It'll always be set in a narrative setting, and the missions will be competitively made, but narratively written. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
So that should like add to the ethos. Well, there'll be a little narrative video that plays before each mission as well, so people can people are like, oh, this is fun, because I want the production level of the event to be very, very high, so people can start to see what. Again, that's why we're doing it on a smaller scale, so people can see how you would run an event really well, but on a small scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 2,000 points. If you've already heard the things that people are asking, please let them know. That'd be ace. But we're using the 40k rule, the 8th edition 40k rule pack, so the current rules pack. But we are doing the event will have 4 rounds using a Swiss pairing system. They're custom missions designed by us, taking into account there's only going to be Imperial Knight. Well, not Imperial Knights, Knights. Sorry, Imperial or Chaos. And then
should talk about the extra layer of rules.
Yes, let's talk about the extra layer of rules, Nikos. You can lead the way here.
So obviously Tom mentioned earlier, if you're going to play Knights on Knights, whoever goes first is a pretty big deal. So what we're doing is we're doing alternate activations instead of a you go I. Well,
so is that one knight does all of its actions, and the next knight?
Yeah. So the way it works is first turn. So if we do first turn, whoever deploys first still gets a +1 to the first round initiative.
Yeah. There we go.
So Tom deployed first. He'll still get his +1 for the initiative for the first battle round.
Okay.
And you pick one of your knights. You move.
This one.
You shoot. You charge. I do my Overwatch. You fight, and then I fight back.
Okay.
So you
Can
do
you
the
fight
whole
back
sequence
against multiple things? So let's say I take the second knight and I lob it in.
So another knight comes in here, fights the glass.
Yeah.
The glass can still fight
Can the
back
knight
again.
fight back against the other knight?
No.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just against the one that. So if you fight a knight, it gets to hit you back.
Okay.
In all situations.
That's cool. Unless it's dead.
So
unless
it's
it dies.
It's literally what you played the other day.
Yeah.
And you quite enjoyed that, right?
Yeah.
Simple, easy, but it had loads of thought in it. And also, because I love that, I know for a fact someone's going to rock up with just Helverins or Warglaives, right, at one point. And the way you're going to... Yeah, look at Tom.
I'm not playing.
This is my plan. You got to play one of them.
I will, but I won't be playing Helverins.
Oh, okay.
Got something better in mind already.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Tom's already gave in the meta. He's like, how do I win this event? So it's alternating activations. It's really important.
Yeah.
That way, whoever goes first, it doesn't matter who goes first in a battle round.
It's just one activation.
Yeah. So the battle round's you and me, isn't it, Nick? And then you go, I go with a single model. I don't know if that benefits having the larger knights versus let's say multiple Warglaives. But it'll be really interesting to see how it all works through. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also we're having to change some of the stratagems. So if you wrote a bit of comp, I think I'm putting in is that if for example, the rotate iron shields, that's not in normal 40k. It's for a phase. So you do it in your opponent's shooting phase, and it lasts for that phase, and then you have to do it in the combat phase. But I think it's much simpler and cleaner if we just say it's once per battle round, and it lasts until the end of the battle round.
Yeah.
So
in all phases.
So if each first battle round I activate iron shields for that night, it lasts until the end of the battle round, and I can only do it once on that night. Similar with other stratagems like the Raven one, the reroll ones.
Oh right, yeah.
So that will
the Order of Companions.
The Order of Companions, and that will last until the end of the round as well.
Okay.
So if you're overwatching that round, you'll still have it.
Okay.
And other ones like obviously Machine Spirit Resurgent, that lasts the whole round anyway.
It does anyway, yeah.
And one that I've not written in here that I thought about the other day was the House Taranis one where you get back up.
Yeah.
That's going to work. So if my knight hasn't activated yet and it dies, if it hasn't activated yet, it can resurrect and activate. But if it's activated already in that round and it dies, and I want to resurrect it, it resurrects at the end of the battle round, but then doesn't act.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So one of the people in the chat is asking, Chapter Master Varak, in fact, I would love to do this, but I've never played a tournament. I don't want to slow anyone down. That's Chapter Master Varak. This is also one of the things. So we talk a lot on the show about going to tournaments and how great they are. All three of us are tournament gamers, and we're really comfortable. One of the things me and Nick talks about when we wanted to design this, it kind of came from how do we get new people into tournaments. That's how it started. Yeah, and then it would kind of like as we've done night fights and that conversation's been evolving and growing. And then you guys, if you've listened to the podcast or listened to some of the shows previously, I said if you go to a tournament, just take 3 nights. Yeah, like take a guard battery along with it, but like take 3 nights.
You don't really use the guard battery.
You don't. It's just there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then the whole now what we've it's just progressed as an idea, and it's just become more self-evident and obvious. It's if someone is new and they haven't been to a tournament before, it's 4 things. Your movement phase will last 8 seconds. Maybe like at most it's a minute. Like, do you have to model? Do you have to measure the micro management of like your opponent's 8 units that could charge you? No, they probably have only got 4. It's like, and what their stats are because they're your stats. It's really easy.
So it's like the same game we were playing on stream last week.
Exactly. Yeah. Just super simple. And I think for new people, it will be it's quite a low barrier of entry for hobby. Paint up 3 or 4 nights. It's quite a low-ish point of entry for cost.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get good value out of knights anyway. And plus you can just sell the bits that you don't use. If, let's say you're making a knight galley. You still get loads of guns. Sell those on eBay.
Exactly.
And then you get the money back from that.
Yeah,
it's
so
like
there's that.
For like 3 nights.
So there's those, so it's an easy barrier. And then for hobby, I've talked about that. Hobbying, it's not overly complicated. I mean, knights are really easy to do. You spray up, you use silver spray on like 4 bodies or whatever it is you're going to do. Yeah. And then you colour spray the armour plates, whatever colour you want. And you're pretty much the way there. Obviously, it'll be like fully painted models only at the event.
Yeah.
And obviously that'll be enforced.
Yeah.
But, I think it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it is pretty simple.
It's pretty simple, and it should be pretty easy games. Yeah. Chesterman Varak says it's on. He's coming.
Oh, it's on.
That's right. Make sure you do an announcement on your channel, bruv.
Bruv.
House Tyranness stratagem, aka the Chumbawamba stratagem, says Tywinning, so it'll be good.
Also, heroic interventions aren't being used.
Yes.
Just take that complication out. And also the combat interruption stratagem is not used either.
Yeah.
Because it could be like, I charge in and you interrupt straight away, or like...
No, because
I'm not sure how it works.
Yeah.
So I'm just get rid of it.
You don't really get to use it anyway, I guess.
No, because you only ever charge a single unit.
Yeah. You could multi-charge knights. They both fight you back.
Yes, but all the stratagems in the Knight Codexes, in the Chaos Codex, is all viable, ready to rock.
Yeah, and I need to go through them all again just to double check. But mostly my idea is that any stratagems, unless specifically states in the pack, will last the battle round as soon as they're activated.
Yeah.
On the whole.
But I see it as a very simple way for people to get into going to tournaments and understanding like the kind of mechanics of how they work. And having a great time. And I love the ornate activations because it's going to be like, ooh, like Tommy, you're going to design one that just like runs in first turn?
Nope. I tried that twice with Hellstorm Dan and JBoo Studios, and neither of them did anything. So.
Oh really?
Well, we had that last time on the stream.
Oh yes, when you played with the knights.
So I did a knight across the
board.
like, that's cool.
My invulnerable saves were just stupid.
They were stupid the next game as well. It didn't matter, but the other way around.
Yeah.
No, I've got an idea of how I'd want to build a list, but I'll let people work it out themselves. I could be wrong.
Linnestrade, you do get to fight back several times in a round. Every model that gets charged can fight back that round, but only against the model that charged it.
Yeah.
I'll be making a more condensed video about the rules. This is just more where we're going to be discussing it and having a laugh and just talking it through.
Yeah.
And tickets are live now?
Tickets are live now. The event's up. It'll be in the show notes of wherever you're watching it.
Everywhere.
It's also in the chat by John. There's going to be some full coverage. There's going to be me going to town coverage, which should be really exciting. And then let's talk about terrain, Nikos. Because you told me you were going to cut up a couch and then build some terrain out of it, like the LGT.
I'm just going to go to a charity shop with shoe bank somewhere, tins of beans.
Well, you go into a food bank. I need
some food.
I need some tinned products, please.
Well, actually,
use them as
Yeah.
That'd be unethical.
I'm not
That'd be really bad.
No.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
But so this is the start of the terrain here. That you
There
can
we
see
go.
here.
You can see it on the
Excellent,
screen.
there you
I'm taking advantage of Halloween upcoming and buying all the skulls I can get my hands on.
Yeah. So me and Nikos had a really interesting conversation when it came to terrain. Is that what usually happens is people buy terrain small and build up, right? A really good example was you go to Games Workshop and they sell the armor crates. Yeah, which are great pieces, which
And
are
when you
great
stack
models.
'em up.
And then you stack them up. So you're buying like 8, 12, 20 armor crates.
Have you seen the video of Liam, by the way, at Blood and Glory?
Oh,
Where
yeah,
he's spraying, he spent 2 days or something just spraying crates.
Yeah.
And can you see how that seems like a big waste of time?
A big grind,
realistically?
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think they'll ever be, like, in order to do them en masse for an event, they won't ever be done to the detail which the model detail deserves necessarily to a degree. So we're going the other way around. We're going big downwards. And because we're dealing with knights, we can get loads of big terrain and then convert it downwards. Does that make sense?
Or you could make, so you know how you have like a hill and the hill's quite small because the model's quite small? You could get a really massive hill and say, yeah, that hill is normal size, the knights are just diddy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's no restriction on people popping by to say hello at all. So if you ever want to do that, can we have a knight champion belt and maybe entrance music? Damn right we can. Hellstorm Wargaming say they're coming. Are you going to win Hellstorm Wargaming?
Nice.
Are you going to win?
Are
That's the
Leviathans
question.
allowed?
Huh?
Are the Leviathans allowed?
No, it's Knights
That's
first.
your
The first one is Knights or Imperial Knights or Chaos Knights. That's it. And then maybe we'll extend in the future. I love the concept of someone bringing an all dreadnought.
I'm pretty certain most of them own... Do they all own the Leviathans now?
Huh?
Hellstorm Wargaming, the Hellstorm guys.
Who doesn't own a Leviathan?
Well,
if
no,
you
I
play Marines?
think Dan might not own any.
No Leviathan dreadnoughts.
No Leviathan.
What's the point?
They do
Come on,
love
man.
Leviathan dreadnoughts.
I heard he owns 18 Ironclad
awesome.
dreadnoughts though.
I would not be surprised.
So yeah, talking about terrain, we're gonna have 10 tables. No, 11 tables.
Yes, we've already got the Mars table that we've done.
Yeah,
The Mars table. And then we just need to make 10 more tables worth of terrain.
exactly.
So...
And they're
Are we
going to be
doing
they're going to be
similar, have lots of
night-sized
skulls.
pieces of terrain.
What are we
Yeah.
doing for... Are we doing mats or something? Or?
Yeah, they're going to be tables, some good tables. There's all going to be high-quality mats, good tables. The terrain is going to be like, I would say, between serious and comical. Between those two,
As we can see.
as you can see. But I think that painted up would look.
Yeah.
We are going to have to
So
have some
it's not just
polystyrene
going to be
bricks.
painted up skull. There you go. It's a terrain. There's going to be an MDF, like an MDF base. There'll be rubble and rocks and
Well, that's for the
foliage and
serious
things like that.
boards.
So yeah, so
But we're doing
it'll
some
look
not
really
so
cool.
serious ones with like those bricks I was showing you today, right?
Yeah.
We're actually going to do that.
What?
Actually put some bricks on
Well,
some
you
of the
know,
tables.
but can you understand how texturally that would work and make sense on a tabletop?
We're actually going to put the bricks on.
Well, like more, like maybe, maybe
Okay.
it depends. Like,
Okay.
because the thing that triggers me about some pieces of terrain and about terrain building, especially for events, is that people aren't being economic with their time and thoughts. Like someone's like, do you know what I'll do? Is I'll go get an incredibly detailed looking piece of resin rock that looks that's really expensive.
We just
and
go to
then
the beach.
We'll spray it. Like we'll spray it, and then I'll spend like 8 hours painting it. But what I'd prefer to do is interview everyone and film all their models that they spent time painting, and instead just put a fucking rock on the table.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The rock looks like a rock as well.
a rock looks like a rock. It's a
Yeah,
rock. Yeah.
I do like painting rocks to be like rocks, though. I love painting rocks to look like rocks. Though.
I paint them with Dettol, and that's how I make them look like rocks.
With what?
Dettol
Dettol.
strips all the paint off, so it's actually a rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Tumnus has just decided that he's formally calling out his first nightly feud between me and Mr. Valrat, and that's the point as well. We haven't talked about the scorecard. We talked to scorecards a little bit, but that's the bit I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell people about that again in case they forget?
So each knight's going to have its own little scorecard, so you can record which other knight it kills. Might build up some rivalries between knights. That'd be exciting.
Have WWE Super Slam
Yeah.
with all the knights.
Well, so when we talked about it as well, like what sort of coverage we're doing, obviously it's not like the coverage maybe that we're going to do when we go to the LCO. Like how are we going to cover it? And I think the concept of covering it more WWE style, more pitch perfect style commentary,
Like Face It in Counter-Strike.
more fun,
Yeah.
more fun and engaging, and the concept of like people like having a bit of friendly rivalry on the tabletop is super cool. And I love and they're all going to have their scorecards, and I love the concept of like, you know, because For me, Tom, I'm sure you have as well, or maybe you don't, but I have like the guys that do well in my army and the guys that don't do well. Does that make sense? Like,
well, I did have this. So when I first started going to tournaments, I had a Grey Hunter with a melter gun, and he specifically missed 27 melter gun shots on the band.
Whereas when I went to the Hellstorm Wargaming event, I had Bob the plasma gunner, yeah, who in 2 rounds of shooting overcharged his gun, hit and wounded at first rank, second rank fire every time, yeah. And
what
just,
a beast!
Yeah, and just he went through a rhino on his own. Yeah, he's just there, just Bob the gunner.
He'd have wrecked my Grey Hunter. He was a squad leader with the banner as well. It was horrendous.
Tywin says, "Hold on, back up. Did you say Pitch Perfect commentary? Have you guys watched Pitch Perfect?
No.
Have you watched it? The commentary on that's fantastic. Have you not watched it?
Sorry.
And so if anyone out there as well who thinks they
research.
could be a phenomenal WWE style commentator, we will also be taking some
Send us a video audition.
video auditions.
You need to be really loud.
Not too loud that you blow up our like audio.
I mean, we managed not to break our mics.
Yeah, I think if I've not done it, then
Yeah.
I mean I have done it. That's mainly the issue.
I haven't done it yet.
When I peak, when I go full volume. Unicorn John says, "This has awoken something in Hook and Pin. I've never seen her this excited." She's very excited. So much excitement. It's the 5-knuckle shuffle. It's a cheat sweep from hell. LLV is very excited. Lord Wynn says, "Now I need to bring House Aethergan over from Finland." So I think this might.
We've got Finnish players coming to Glasshammer this weekend, so you have no excuse.
Yeah, well, what I'd be quite excited about is season 2. If people are really, obviously we're going to be doing the coverage live. So what I'm very excited about is the concept that maybe when the first season is over, we're obviously going to sign up other TOs from around the world to start doing their
League of Knights.
Yeah. And then eventually we'll have a League of Knights World Championship, right? In a few years.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You know, it's like, okay, the end of 10 months.
Set at Wembley.
Yeah, the end of 10 months, your league, this person's the winner, send them over, or possibly the 4, so they come over as a night household. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat's just doing Pitch Perfect style league. Maybe you guys should start some sort of post or something so you can write them all in there. I don't know what that would look like. Anything else, Dick? I love the idea of the mission cards because I want to be there. I kind of like that at the end. You know, you like how many kill points you got and stuff. But I prefer to do that like Knight Barry killed 2. Fantastic job.
I like how you're breathing really heavily.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't contain my excitement.
Knight Steve. Shit. Kills 0. Points scored 0.
God damn it, Steve.
Inches moved 0. Yeah.
You got one shot by
exploded.
You got 1 shot by an errant Helverin.
Grudges.
Just all Helverins.
All Helverins all the time.
Yeah.
Do you think all Helverins all the League of Knights TC? That's right. That's what it's going to be. Our own.
I think Helverins can be okay. It's just for 5s to wound that's the issue.
Yeah. But what if you have?
And also, so killing's not like in some of the missions. It's not all about killing.
The
missions that I've done, only one of them is a kill point mission.
And most of the time, it's someone get a table anyway.
Well, that won't win you the game. No. So each mission's 5 turns because I don't think you need any more than 5 turns.
And you're not allowed them.
Huh?
It's not variable. It's
it's
that's
5
what you
turns.
get into. You
That's
know.
it. It's 5 turns.
Not 6 turns, 5 turns.
No?
5 turns. So mission 1 is called Black Hawk Down or Black Hawk Down.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially a Chinook has crashed somewhere on the table, and you gotta go and get the Chinook. So at the end of turn 1, you roll a d6, and that randomly determines the table edge. So 1 to 4 is left, 5, 6 is right, and then you roll 10 d6, and that's how far in the objective lands. And then at the end of the turn 1, it's worth 0 points. So then from turn 2, 3, 4, 5, it's worth 1 point per turn if you have the most wounds within 6 of the objective.
Yes.
So it's not models, it's number of wounds. And then player who gets the most points wins the game. So there's 4 points up for grabs over that game. So you could draw with a 2-all, or I only need to hold it for 3, or 1 or 2 as long as I can deny my opponent scoring it.
If you table your opponent, do you auto win?
No.
Okay.
It's points.
Right.
And also across the tournament, there's going to be secondary missions that will be secret as well. So if we could for games have 2 or 3 people on the same amount of wins or whatever. So there'll be, I think there's about 8 secondary missions that you'll play at the start that you'll put face down at the start of the game, and as soon as you achieve it, you turn it over and you've scored it.
Yeah.
So
it gives the secondaries that aren't kill points as well, which is good. Although LOV says in chat, I don't think I care about the missions. I'd perfectly just go and try and fuck people up, and that's what's cool if you're a new person.
Yeah, you can
play for the objectives.
Concentrate on that. Yeah, exactly.
Or you can just go in whomping because you want to get like the most bloody knight. You know, you could constantly. Let's say you took 4 knights, right? And that's why we up the points to 2,000 points. So there's a little bit more variety. Yeah, because I would like to go one time. I probably will never get to, but I'd like to take the Proferon and then 2 other knights.
You want to take the Town Now Supremacy suit.
One day I would lose every game.
You are taking 1 super heavy detachment. You're taking the super heavy auxiliary detachment. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, that's point. Okay, so when we introduce Xenos, if we're only doing 1 detachment, how are you ever going to get Stompers in? Because if they're 1,000 points each,
we'll work it out.
Okay.
We'll work it out. This is the point. And it's really to do with like supply and demand, right? Like if it just goes, if the tickets just go and everyone's just really excited, then and I can't express how much tournament coverage is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a big deal. We're going to make it like there's going to be a lot of video.
It's just Knights boxing, but it's going to be really cool anyway.
It's going to be really cool, and it should be a really well-run event. Like we'll have it hosted. It will be really fun. Like you'll all have like mission packs and videos played. Like you'll understand what happened. We'll have a reporter come around and ask a bunch of questions of what's going on in your game. Like you can I love the concept of it. It's just like, and that's why we're doing it small to start, so we can understand exactly what we would need to do if we were going to expand it. Because I think it's just going to like what a great day! Like what you do in the morning. Like you know the pressure sometimes. I know Tom, you are a really good tournament player, and you often play the same army, so there isn't loads of pressure to learn what your army does.
Although,
right. But the concept of just I wake up in the morning with a couple of my mates, or I've got an entire like household, and we're all going. So there's 4 of us. We're going. We're playing our games, and I'm just like move forward 12 inches.
Yeah.
2d6. Didn't make that charge. Fuck you. Not bothered. Yeah. Like I just love the
Come at
ease.
me now, bro.
Huh?
Come at me now, bro.
Come at me now. Just rolling dice and
use that
having
to bait.
Huh?
Use that to bait.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is that the bait? Or like if it's an Atropos who has a natural 4-up invuln, is it bait if he just like, you've just got to roll well to keep him alive?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited.
Can I tell you about another mission, which I'm excited about? I'm excited about all the missions.
But please do.
One is, I've not got a proper name for it, but the working title is Capture the Flag.
Yeah.
So everyone will probably have an idea of what it's about.
That description.
So there's 2 objectives in the centre of the table. So A and B, they're 12 inches apart, dead centre of the table. And you start off the table for this one, for objectives, I think. So you start off the table, and your activation is moving on to the table. So nothing's deployed on the table. Just you roll off for initiative.
Can you activate it move on to a table and then shoot?
If I'm the first knight to move on, I just move on. There's nothing to shoot though.
Yeah.
But if I moved on and then you moved on, then obviously you can still shoot.
Yeah.
So the idea of this one is to run into the centre, capture the objective. So as soon as you touch the objective, you capture it, and then you move it. So I have to get mine off the side of the board.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
So I have to run into the centre, grab the objective, and then run off to the furthest edge from where my objective is.
So having a big zoomy knight would be...
Yes, that'd be very good.
Yeah.
But so as soon as you get it off, you've won the game. First person to get it off wins the game. But the game doesn't end there if there's still turns to go, because you still have chance to kill each other.
You have to get your whole... But how do you get it off the board? You have to have your whole base coming off the board.
The objective has to get off the board.
Oh, right.
So once you contact the objective, that objective can't move
and then
more than your...
objective has to go over the edge, or is it the whole of the board?
The whole objective... The whole objective probably has to get off the board.
Okay.
Yeah. But so as soon as that happens, that person wins, but you can still play on to get kill points, etc., or secret missions. But if neither of you get it off the board, it's the closest to your board edge. Whoever got it closest wins. I'm excited. I'd love to play that mission.
Tearing with that, dude. Where you've almost at the board edge, you went, a Gallant pops over and smashes you.
Well, the mission should be like the missions are meant to be I don't want to say balancing factor, because I think balance is always a myth, but the more interactive factor. Yeah. Like I've got a really fast unit, that's really good in mission X. 100%. Yeah, but then like I've got a more killy army, that's good in mission Y.
Do you have to bring it on first turn?
Yes, you have to. You have to bring each knight.
Right, so Terran wouldn't work.
Yeah. Also, an idea that I've had that I've not quite fully written in yet is that I want there to be things that will balance certain missions. So some missions will favour fast-moving knights, and I want there to be a balancer. So one idea I had is, if your knight advances, you roll a d6, on a 5+, you take a mortal wound. It's nothing big, but it just gives a disadvantage to that fight, to the fast-moving knights that are good in that mission.
Yeah.
And equally, if there's a mission that favours the really shooty knights, there's going to be a detriment to those knights. So, like, if you're shooting over 12 inches, you're at -1 to hit.
But don't forget, like, the alternate activation, as you learned the other day, Tom, has such a massive difference on, like, how your brain thinks. It's like, I move, you know, you run your first guy, you're like, I'll move on to that objective, and you go, well, now you might get charged by 4 other knights, or like shot by 12 Helverins. Plus, also the person who brings in 12 Helverins is winning some sort of special award from me.
Yeah,
he's just there, just like.
I love interactive gameplay.
Can't hurt me. I'm too little. Chris Rostron says he loves the idea of this, by the way. Twitch chat, Facebook chat, everyone. If you're listening to the podcast back or anywhere else, just please tweet us or Facebook us to let us know what you think of the idea of this. The tickets are already live. The event's definitely going to happen. The tables are on the way. The mats are on the way.
Oh, cool.
The scenery's on the way. So it's on like Donkey Kong. I don't really know what that means, but it's on. It's on like a light.
Yeah.
It's on, seriously.
Yeah. Also, I think if someone wins with the Chaos Force, wow.
I know, because they've got some seriously poor
I wouldn't be
rules.
surprised. Well, because you don't even need choppy knives. You just take a shooty army, because you can take double cannon.
Double barrel, yeah, but they just have rubbish like traits, and they've got no stratagems, have they?
But they have extra guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd prefer stratagems and other things.
Double the guns.
Thanks, Mum, dear. I really appreciate that. Also, Witch King says it's on, gentlemen. Chapter Master of Alrex says it's on. Me and Witch King are going to form a team. Oh, that's cool.
Awesome.
There we go. So we've got a team. So it's called a household, right? The team. So you can sign up as a team of 4.
Yeah. Up to 4. So if you've got less than 4, then
once you bought your ticket, you're going to be put into like a WhatsApp group and a Discord server, so everyone can shit talk and talk as much as they like, which is really fun. So there's going to be loads of communication and loads of hanging out and fun. I like the idea of more bespoke events at the minute, like initially. Because I think it's going to be really helpful for us in the future when we start to understand how to throw incredibly large events. Because things like this are really fun.
Yeah.
I think it ticks a sort of different type of hobbyist's brain.
Yeah, I love the big events that I've been to, but I've also really, really enjoyed like the little events that I've been to, the smaller ones, like the Hellstorm one that we went to recently. That was kind of more of a medium-sized event, wasn't it? They had about 50, so that was kind of between a small event and a larger event.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that one. That was really awesome. And then also I went to the I can't remember what it's called now, Twisted Fate.
that was
Twisted
in Metal
Dice
Teams,
guys.
right?
Yeah, and that was like 20 players, and that was a really awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to go to
really
that,
awesome
but
event.
I thought it was the
Sold
largest.
out.
I thought it was the largest
Sold out,
size than
man.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Twisted
Fate.
Fates.
Yeah, Twisted Fates. Yeah, I just think it's going to be able to make us really refine what this idea is for the first season, leading into season 2. Because I think it's going to get super, especially teams like Witch King and Chapter Master of Varrock have just said their team, because they attend more than once. Depends. I don't know how much people may love it, and they may attend every single one. But realistically, like I think if they, if you win. You only have to win maybe 2 to probably win the league, but maybe not. Really, it does depend, I think. And then obviously your team gets the team award at the end of the season. That's really fun. Running like a season's really cool. Should we have a best for each house, like House Terran players, the best House Terran players? Like, we should probably do that. Because don't forget, the Honest Wargamer is more like in the future. The Honest Wargamer is effectively the Warhammer esports channel. That's what we're going to be.
Yeah.
We haven't really told people that's the plan, but
as
long as you lot don't tell no one.
Yeah, as long as you keep it secret.
As long as you keep it secret, Tom, tell no one.
Oops.
Don't broadcast it live on the internet. Okay.
On Double Lift stream.
Top secret.
And this is and not only is this going to be an incredible event, it's helping us like perfect exactly. I need to know how to. This gives me motivation and also an idea on how I need to generate stats into like a spreadsheet, not a spreadsheet, but like a video in After Effects that does like fucking bars that spin around and go and all that shit, because that's what we need eventually. So
with some trap playing in the background.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
Yeah, Knights with Chainsaws performed incredibly well this weekend. Higher Rise Gaming. Have a missed the start. Putting kids to bed. Watch the league. It's the League of Nights. Guys,
You'll have to watch back because we just did an hour on it.
Yeah. Mr. Thomas, I'm all over
After
this. I'm going to
sunrise.
take Chaos purely and suffer all along with the Chaos rules. It's on.
Yeah,
And then
do it, man.
he says it's on. And all the guys in the chat said that.
Who is that? Sorry, I
That's
missed.
good.
Who's bringing Chaos Knights again? I missed that.
Mr. Tumnus is bringing
Mr.
Chaos
Tumnus.
Knights through the wardrobe from Narnia.
Oh, right, okay.
So useful. Yeah, Goat Knights. I'm also really excited about just seeing so if there were 4 knights a team and there were 22, it'd be like 100 knights would be at the event, which would be really cool.
If everyone brings
And
5
one
knights,
guy with a warhound.
if there's an average of 5 knights per player,
5? You can't really get 5 in 2,000 points.
Helverins.
Get 5 gallants, can you?
Huh?
Yeah, you
Get 5
can.
gallants.
Gallants are 345 points. It's 2,000.
Wow.
So you can take 5 gallants, no problem, and then you've got 250 points spare.
See, what I really like as well is if you, let's say you wanted to go to, let's say the one that we have in December, the first one. Say you want to go to that, and then the next time you just think, well, do you know what? I only want to change one knight. I just want to see how does an Atropos do compared to an Acheron? How does a Lancer do compared to? You don't have much difference that you've got. You don't have to change much.
No.
Which I think is quite fun for experimenting, especially if one of them does shit and you're you're now de-knighted.
You are now a peasant.
Use your knighthood.
Yeah.
Back to the fields.
A quick note about army list building. If you were, for example, a couple of 100 points down,
Yes.
I'm going to put in the pack that for every 100 points under, you get an extra command point.
Yes.
So you can have
So if
spend
I
that
have-
on extra relic or...
If I have 1,999 points, do I get an extra
No,
command
it's
point?
100.
Okay, right. So it's the other way.
You have to have a minimum of 100 points to get a
Yeah.
command point.
So if you're 1,800 and something, you're 1 command point. 1,700 something, you're 2 command points. 1,600 something, 3 command points.
Yeah.
Cool. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just because obviously the points are a little bit skew and there's no mini things to stick in realistically,
No.
but it's still fun. Damn right. Now I want there to be psychic knights and all sorts. It feels like it's just a game of its own because it's just everything's tough to say unless you bring Helverins, and it's no, you're not.
Eldar have psychic knights, don't they?
Yeah. Like we said, we would have to experiment with doing Xenos eventually. It's not that we're leaving Xenos. It's Games Workshop haven't made it very easy to
No.
come and play Xenos. When the Orc Codex comes out, what will Morkanauts and Gorkanauts be? Will they be good? Will they be shit? Will the Stomper be
Probably shit.
Probably shit. Will the Stomper will the Stomper be brilliant? I hope so. #justice for Stomper.
It won't be.
It won't be.
It won't be.
Tom, why are you so naysaying on the Orc Codex?
Because Hordes are the way to go.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'm glad I got 90 boys done then.
There you go. Get another Tesco bag full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to go back to my
We're
guy.
ready to go.
My guy who sells boys.
your boy dealer.
Boy dealer.
In a weird back alley of Nottingham, he's just a guy selling orc boys.
Yeah.
So what I also like the idea of is I was thinking of painting a mini bar, like a little mini bar, and then everyone who brings an Imperial Knight household,
Chill at the bar.
or they could bring a little serf or attendant, and then they can clock in, be put him in the bar, pick him up and just he's in the bar, he's the attendant, he's resting, he's you lot go fight, I'll have my beer.
You can have magnets on the bottom, so you can keep pulling them off and putting new customers at the bar.
No, I just meant, as in people would attend, they'd be this is my Knight household, and there's my serf, he's going in the bar.
Yeah, my mascot.
I'll pick him up at the end of the day.
That's the registration.
It's a registration.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have
mean,
to
you
make
can sign
that
out
an
by taking
enforced
them.
rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring a surf.
I think it'll be a great night of gaming. That's right. Well, it's actually in the day, sadly.
Wow.
Well, it's on the 29th of December, so it's pretty. It'll go dark pretty quick, I guess.
Yeah.
We can
The
make it
night
work.
will come soon.
Yeah.
Can I tease another mission?
Yeah, please do. Because I like the missions. They were really fun.
So this mission's called No Quarter. So it's basically battle for table quarters.
Yes.
So the ball is split into table quarters, and whoever has the most wounds in each table quarter will score a point. So 1 point per table quarter, so you can score a max of 4 per turn. Each knight can score multiple quarters, but if it's let's say I've got 24 wounds and I'm across 2 table quarters.
You pick which one.
You divide it equally between. So
okay.
each knight will add 12
So
wounds
if you're
to
good
each
at quick
quarter.
maths, you'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then if you're in the middle, it would be 6 in each quarter.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And then obviously
Makes sense.
the most wounds in each quarter scores that point per round.
So most of the objectives are based on how many wounds you have.
Yeah.
So that makes an incredibly interesting dynamic when you're shooting at things.
Yeah.
Because the difference might
Chip a
be...
few wounds off.
Yeah,
it,
And are you always rounding down on the number? So let's say I have 15 wounds and I'm between 2. I can't have 7.5.
Round up.
Round up. So
Yeah.
I'm basically generating extra wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And at Get to the Chopper's just made a great suggestion, which
Get
I
to
think
the
for next
chopper.
week, could you guys do an Idiot's Guide to Knights type stream at some point to inspire people for this?
Yeah,
Folks who don't know their codex.
We certainly could.
100%, that's what we'll do next
Yeah.
week. And I
Yeah.
think we'll do a bunch of other stuff as well. Show some examples of fighting and whatnot.
Yeah.
I do love the idea of there being some like newbies just like turning up and like that's their first tournament. And it's so easy. It
Yeah.
really is like, and also like kids. You know, like if you want to bring your kid along,
Yeah.
and you know, and you want to like go monitor them
Yeah,
and
bring some more
children for
15-year-olds.
Tom to make cry. There we go. Yeah, but that's a good idea. Is it wounds remaining then? So Sergeant Rob?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 It is.
Wounds remaining.
Yeah, I think that's really clever as well because it's not like number of models; it's just the wounds around an objective, which I think is cool. And also, it's so complicated because I was thinking about this when I was reading one of the missions today. So complicated when I'm activating like my let's say we've got 4 knights each equally,
Yeah.
and you've activated all 4, and now I've got my 3rd. There's like the knight that's more troubling next battle round. Like I'm activating my last one,
Yeah.
but then there's the other knight who's stood on the objective who I need to do like 2 wounds to chip it off, and I'm like, oh, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that I need to
Another way you
consider.
can see with this alternate activation is, let's say I bring 8 Warglaives and a Gallant. I can activate a Gallant and 3 Warglaives, and you finish, and I've got 5 Warglaives just running around.
Yeah, and then you can go jump on objectives
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
score.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's absolutely brilliant. But then but then they don't survive as long, right?
Well, they're about half the cost for half the wounds.
Yes.
And if you're running Tyranids, they can all just get up and just be little shits running around.
Yeah.
So yeah, so a Helverin Horde
Yeah.
could be quite good.
Omega Horde even. You don't need Helverins. You could take
yeah.
Warglaives.
I think I take
Warglaive could be
Warglaives.
quite
I think
Warglaives are better, I think.
I think because not most of the scenarios, but some of the scenarios you're running around onto objectives, so you might as well get into
Also,
combat.
you want to be closer anyway, and also they're better at killing knights because the Helverins need 5 to wound, whereas these have got the Melters and the Choppies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I love naming them all. I love naming all the knights. I know that sounds silly, but
No.
tournament enforced. What's the name?
Give us your-
I'm a competitive gamer. Like I don't give a fuck.
You need a short novel about your army.
I think we're going to have some sort of D&D style. Did we talk about having some sort of D&D style? Very small. So if anyone out there is like, I'm not filling in like a novel. Very small information sheet about each character knight because you have to, right?
Well, so you have to name him, but then if you want to give us a little bit more information about him, then
Yeah, but we're going
get
to
a
fill in
pat on
some.
the head.
You're going to fill in some other information as well. Like there's going to be
Yeah.
some other questions that need to happen.
yeah.
Like they just have to. Favorite film,
Likes, dislikes.
likes, dislikes.
Sexually active.
Yeah, color they like the most, color they dislike the most. So then if you're like, this guy particularly hates blue, and you've got a blue Imperial Knight.
What is the
Fuck that guy.
stereotypical player of this night?
Yeah. Yeah.
This specific night.
So the event pack will be going up soon. So if you check the links that are attended in either the chat, the YouTube chat, or the
I think we're going to aim for next week for the pack.
the next week. So in the next week. So the next 40k show you listen to. We're not going to. This isn't the only thing we're going to talk about on the 40k shows, obviously. But it's a pretty big deal for us. It's very exciting. So probably we'll do like a quick recap every week of how we're doing and what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's only going to be 22 people for the first Papine. Because we just want to make sure we like nail down exactly how we're doing it and what's happening. Because I'm very excited.
Yeah. It should be good.
Yeah. May Contain Opinion says Bloody Knights. And also they're everywhere, right? And Tom, Nikos, in 40k, Imperial or Chaos, but more Imperial, Knights are good.
Yeah, nice and good.
40k currently. Like, so I think we're also not, like, if someone bought a new Knight because of this event or something, we're not wasting people's money.
No.
You know, like...
No. So if you're going to buy a whole new army for this event, awesome. But yeah, it'll be good for other events you go to as well, not just these.
No, it'd be really useful. It'd be great down your gaming club, a whole bunch of stuff. And obviously it would be great to keep expanding the season, make it bigger and bigger. And then obviously season 2, although apparently we've already gone international.
But that was fast.
Yeah.
We're just so effective.
We just, dear God, 3 of us in the room at once. That's why we only meet once a week.
It's too powerful.
It's too
you can't
strong.
risk it.
Too much for me, yeah.
And also, I guess this is the time now to announce something I don't want to announce. but is upsetting for me. But also great for me, but also sad. So that I've had a real difficult time with the Harlequins since the FAQ.
Right.
I've played a couple of games and they've gone, let's say, not well.
They have not.
They have not since the FAQ without being able to fly. And I did make a commitment to play the Harlequins for a year. And I spoke to a bunch of different people. Servitor, if you're still listening, we had a chat the other day, and he's another Harlequins player I know. And I think we basically think that they're not unplayable, but they don't pose the challenges that they once posed.
Right.
Because they just don't.
There's no reward for actually playing them well, even though they're a really hard army to play well. It's just
they've taken away their one advantage, not their one advantage, but a big advantage they had in
the incentive to actually learn to play well.
Because the flip belts were that kind of weakness that you could impose on your opponent that they had to think about, and where you could be really clever. So, so I'm going to switch to knights.
Okay.
To run along with the knight season, because I think that'd be really fun. So that's my army for a year, easy.
Okay.
Now I know obviously that you can't keep swapping. I'm not going to change Rage Sigma. I'm cool. I just got my. They're just so difficult at the minute. Just watching the Solitaire just stare. The other day, the Solitaire just stared in front of 10 Imperial Guardsmen. Just stared. He moved 15 inches.
The Solitaire is hot garbage. You know?
Yeah, he's just hot. Like he stood there like, all right, and then they just shot
just his dick in his hand.
Excuse me, can I get past?
Yeah, can I get past?
No.
No.
Sorry.
No, you can't get past. So I think, and Papine said, why not supplement with Eldar? Because then I'm not really playing Harlequins.
You're playing Eldar.
I'm playing Eldar. Like Eldar.
Then just add more Eldar to add more Eldar to make this cool.
Huh?
It's like adding milk to a spicy curry.
Yeah.
I'm like feeding it to him, maybe. When you start doing it, just keep adding more.
Well, it's like I drink mocha coffees, and then basically anyone who ever speaks to it goes, "You're just hiding the taste of coffee because you don't like it." And I'm like, "No, man, I'm so into coffee." But then sometimes someone will give me a latte, and I'm like, "Oh, this is gross." Give me my hot chocolate that tastes gross back. That's what I want.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, Ace Face, how you doing? So that's a personal admission I've had to make now, and I'm very sorry to everyone. But that does mean I'm painting up my Knight Porphyron.
Nice.
There you
go. Yay.
Nice.
So that's going to get painted up in my yellow and black colour scheme to go along with my Helverins.
Nice.
What are you going to do?
Wait, you actually like the Helverins now?
No, I don't like them, no.
Oh.
But I just like the idea of taking a big shooty patootie and then some small shooty patooties.
Do you want to borrow some more shooty patooties?
Huh?
Do you want to borrow some more
No,
shooty patooties?
I'm going to paint on my own. They're going to have heraldry on.
Oh,
I'm going to do some hobby, baby. That's the other thing as well. Like painting up 4 models, you can go to town.
Yeah.
Also conversions. Chaos
I was going to say how do you say it? The
Porphyrion.
Porphyrion.
Porphyrion
would look amazing like your Armigas with the 4 legs.
That's the plan. I know, but there's no way to get another pair of legs.
No.
Unless can we cast some?
Could, but it'd be a,
I don't know how to cast
job.
stuff, so I can cast an elbow for my Acheron.
How big is it? How big is
the
piece?
All I know is it came without the elbow and I've lost the bag, so I can't call the Forge World and say, can I have an elbow please, lol.
Make opinions has said Mocha is not.
If it's not very big, you could do that green stuff.
And then people drinking Mocha coffee are not coffee drinkers. See, this is my point. This is how people do. If I turned up with a Solitaire, a Death Jester, and a Shadowseer, and then all other Eldar, and I'd be like, I'm a Harlequins player. Someone will go, you're not a Harlequins player.
No, that's Harlequins flavoured.
You don't need to take anything else. Just take a Farseer on a bike with Doom and you're fine.
Huh?
Just take a Farseer on a bike with Doom and you're fine. That's all you need, babe.
So we've done missions. Let me just double check because
can I tease another mission?
Yeah, tease me another mission.
This one's called Unstable Core. Okay. So there's 3 objectives: 18 inches in, 18 inches in, 18 inches in the centre of the board.
Yeah.
And then at the start of turn 2, you randomly generate one of them and it explodes in a 3d6 radius, does d3 mortal wounds. And then the remaining 2 are worth 1 point per turn at the end of each battle round, starting on the 2nd. And then also, you roll a dice in the remaining turns to see if the other 2 explode. I think it's on a 6, though.
Are we still doing that rule that we had in our game, where knights would be more likely to explode?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. Maybe at a later date, if people want to add that in. Maybe that's just a house rule people can do per game. The extra exploding after the first one doesn't explode.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think maybe.
I don't think,
don't think
that's
so
something they're
for.
going to enforce.
No.
Okay.
No,
But
I think
people
I like
can do
it
it
to be
if
as
they want
close.
Yeah.
I like it to be as close to 8th edition as possible, but
Maybe one mission might have a special rule where knights explode more easily.
Maybe.
But what's cool is we get to meet, like, I love the concept of, because me and Nick were talking about this, because I obviously want to make videos, like little cool narrative videos,
Yeah.
and, like, graphics and stuff. So I like the idea of doing it being a story. So when we announce, like, when the pack goes out, we announce the narrative for the first of, have I called it a Clash? I think it's Clash 1, maybe, but I need to go check what I exactly called it. But the first of the season. It's a story, and then the 4 scenarios play a story, but you're playing it competitively. Like it's just a background for the flavour, because it's fun. Because Tom, you've enjoyed doing your display board. You've enjoyed.
I actually have. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's called Clash 1. There we go. Clash 1, and then that means if we franchise it and people all around the world are doing them, in their local gaming groups or whatever, they can obviously the pack will go out for free, so people can use them, which I think could be really fun. And then they can be like, that's cool, I'll use all the story. So people can sign up. TOs can message us, sign up, and we'll give you all that shit, all the videos and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. What's everyone confused about? You should call it Joust. Season 1, Joust 1. I really toyed with this today. Season 1 or Clash?
Clash is fine.
I think Clash is fine.
Yeah.
We'll have
Do
a
you think
joust.
Joust is
We'll have a
better,
joust
though?
of another one.
Yeah, we can do Joust for season
No, because
2.
it needs to be. No, that's it. Because it's like Clash 1, Clash 2, Clash 3, Clash 4. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won Clash 3. Oh, I'm the winner of Clash 4.
Clash is fine.
Joust? I think Joust is worse.
Joust. I don't know. Joust is pretty good for knights, isn't it?
And Aceface asks, oh my god, I'm so happy he did it. Oh, is this Real Steel 40k? It is Real Steel 40k.
What does that mean?
Have you not seen the movie?
No.
It's basically robots fighting.
Oh, so
In a box.
Oh, yeah.
So
Has it got Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, it's Pacific Rim 40k.
Yeah, okay.
It's Real Steel 40k. It's
Yeah.
knights only, battling, kicking
Yeah.
the fuck out of each other. Yeah.
There you go.
What a spectacle it's going to be.
Electronic spy thing. So that's it. That's everything. So what does everyone think?
I like it. It was really
you
cool.
going to go and win?
No.
Do you think you could win it?
I could, yeah, but...
Wow, that's some pretty
fighting
bold talk.
talk.
Thinking about all the Imperial Knight. Or not.
Yeah.
Is it physically possible for me to win? Yes.
Oh, right, okay.
Am I going to...
Huh?
I kind of want to...
We should definitely play one of them.
Yeah, I'll
we
play
should,
one
we
of
should
them.
all play one of them.
Oh.
Eventually, we should all play one of them.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Yeah.
fine.
Eventually we'll all play one of them. But, yeah, why not?
Yeah?
I can win.
Ooh, is it a bit stressful because it's such a different meta?
Not really, it's kind of fun.
Is it because you can't play Eldar time you're worried?
What?
If you could play
You
Eldar,
would-
would you
you
take
would.
Oh,
I
right,
can't
yeah.
take
I won't play one in Clash in Season 1, I'll play in Season 2.
Oh, you're going to play Eldar in Season 2?
Yeah.
This is your plan?
Yee.
Ooh.
Skitatch Wraith Knights.
Skitat trade lives.
They're like the love child of a Wraith Knight and Warp Spiders.
Oh, really? Is that a thing?
That's the thing that the UK guys won the LVO with. We took Wraith Knights with flamethrowers that jump around the board. And
pretty cool.
killed everyone. They were dirty. Awful.
Awful people.
Awful list.
Awful.
Awful list.
Awful list.
Awful list. Yeah, a Knight's Tale Freeblade. That's it. Also, we probably just have a Knight's Tale music just playing in the background constantly.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun. I'm very excited. Joe's saying, what if someone shows up with 5 Warglaives of different colours and then at Clash 2 showed up with a Warhound with each of the colours per limb?
Like Power Ranger Transformers
Yeah.
to tired.
Rangers.
Then I would probably high five that person and say, that's awesome.
Yes.
Well, like Exodia.
Yeah. Can you get... Does a Warhound fit? Does anyone know? Does anyone know if a Warhound fits?
I've no idea.
What fits in
In
what?
2,000
2,000
points.
points.
I think it does. I was like, fits in my ass.
Where are points?
If you're brave enough.
I think it does.
Everything fits in brave
Everything. What, piece by piece, or just in one big go?
Yeah.
All right.
Depends how brave you are.
It depends how brave you are.
Voltron. Can I use my resin bases? You can 100% use your resin
Absolutely.
bases. That's fine. You're going to see some of the best scenery ever invented by me and Nikos. It's going to be fucking gold.
I can see the skull.
Look at
As
that.
in,
Look at that.
wait, when you say it's going to be gold, are you spraying back gold?
No,
No.
that's going to get sprayed up and look like, but just
That could be the trophy.
no.
Spray it gold.
The trophies are obviously going to be little knights.
Yeah. The little Titanicus.
The little
knights.
Titanicus guys, but sprayed in the
You
right
stole
colours.
it.
Huh?
Because didn't one of them get stolen from like a convention? One of the original ones.
No, we're not going to use
No, not stolen
A,
ones.
we didn't steal anything. B, we didn't go to the convention, and it would be one. We would need 2 more. Yeah.
Depends how cheap the Army trophies do.
Warhound's allowed, sure. Or obviously Forge World's allowed.
Yeah.
Lobby the book
All
and I'll
four
work it out
dwarves
for you.
allowed.
Yeah. Do you not? Would you,
Beautiful.
Tom? How do you feel about?
This is the Chaos one.
How do you feel about Forge World being allowed?
Fine. Oh, the ETC vote happened on Forge World, by the way.
Huh?
The ETC vote happened on Forge World.
And the result was.
It got absolutely crushed.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Boo.
Boo!
I didn't vote though.
That sucks.
I was going to vote for it. Yeah, Warhound is 1,500 points.
Ooh, 1,500 points in a gallant.
And you need the super heavy detachment, so you can take this and 2 Warglaives
Ah, yes.
for a super heavy
Yeah.
detachment.
Sorted. That's
Wow.
somebody's army
Check my
done.
Varrock's like Paragon Gauntlets.
You're welcome,
coming.
Herb.
And then Trapper Lonely says, if there isn't a video of Rob in a boat with Tom and Nikos pulling them along in the canal, learning how to joust, I'm going to be sad. That's from a
we
Knight's Tale.
should go to
Okay.
Cambridge or Oxford
Do you know what,
and do
just
the
to shoot-
punting.
just to
Do
shoot
the
them?
punting.
Yeah, okay.
Just to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmack says, done. The Warhound inbound.
Nice.
Probably, will it struggle? Who wins that?
Does it have an invulnerable save?
The Warhound, yeah, it's a 5-up, I think.
Is that all?
That's the Chaos version. Obviously, you can bring Chaos versions as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With more guns.
I love the idea of that guy. You know the guy that goes,
That
Morning.
guy's in that fucking guy.
moving, not for me.
Wait,
Yeah, I've got 4 shots
Wait,
I've got to do.
Has Mikey sold his Warhound yet?
Huh?
Has Mikey sold his Warhound yet?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
He had one.
We'll have to ask him. So if you guys,
I'll have a look at it.
Warhound good costs, because it's 1 activation. That's right.
35
It's got-
wounds. That's gonna score
Guys,
the
I
objective.
can't see an invulnerable save on this thing.
I think it does.
Where? Something about...
Titan Void
Oh,
Shields.
yeah, Titan Void Shields. It doesn't have a number in there anyway.
Anyway, I hope you guys like the idea of this. And as you know, after if you can't make the 29th of December, I'm sure tickets are going to go pretty fast, but please do jump on them. We're going to be like super involved in all of you because it's going to be more bespoke. There's going to be a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
Like send us some pictures of you guys ahead of time so we can put them in promo videos and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're attending as a house, you let us know what your like house name is, like, and by house I
Heraldry.
mean team. Huh?
Your heraldry.
Your heraldry. If you can design it, then
Yeah.
design some heraldry. If you can't and you fancy us doing it,
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain we're going to be able to knock that out for you pretty simple. Because it would be cool. Because what I'd really like to have is like, if the stream's happening or we're going to some footage, we're like, house, boom, versus house, boom, in a battle, esports. Boom, 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 and all this shit, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll be making
Yeah.
some videos. You get it, just in your mind. Just
We're going to have like some, like, I don't know, some ITC player just with a bucket full of little balls and you can pull out the names of the balls around one.
yeah, that
High
would be.
production value.
Like the FA Cup draw.
Yeah.
Wait, I know it would be awesome with Nathan narrating it a la Paul Bettany. I think actually we should also get Nathan to
We should
narrate
definitely
it
get Nathan in.
because he 100% would be like, fucking that robot's gone and fucking stabbed that robot over there.
What, like Dawn of War?
Yeah, he just would know nothing.
Like-
He would know nothing, but he would be super involved, which would be great.
Yeah.
So,
He can be the main caster and we have the colour caster actually knows what the knights are.
yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Why didn't he go stab him? He's got a gun, but he should.
Why doesn't he go kill that fella?
So teasing one of the secret missions. One of the secret missions is called Feet First.
Wow.
So if you only attack with feet for the entire game, then you score that objective.
That sounds really fun.
What other bonuses are taken with secondaries again?
So there's 8. One is Slay the Warlord.
You okay?
That's a secret mission. 1 is First Blood.
Yep.
1 is Line Breaker. So that's you finish with
Yep.
in your opponent's deployment zone. 1 that I can remember now is you kill the thing with the highest power level, and then 1 is kill the thing with the lowest power level.
Okay.
And then there's the Feet First one. And
And you draw 5 each game, or?
there's 8 available over the tournament, and obviously you can only ever use 4.
Alright,
So you turn up each game, you pick 1, put it face down, as soon as you achieve it, turn over.
So it's a secret
That's
mission that
cool.
they don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so you can achieve 1 secret mission per game.
Plus first
Yeah.
blood.
So they're like a tiebreaker for
Yeah.
the event.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be cool. getting printed on some cards, given out to all the people who attend.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to look really funky. There'll be different missions every event, more than likely.
Yes, I've got 12 missions at the minute, and obviously we'll keep thinking of them as the tournament goes, as we see how they work, and maybe different iterations of the same mission, or just new missions we think of. Or if someone's got an idea for a mission they want to send us, we can have a look at it as well.
Papine, fast forward 3 years, right? Knights, Masters, UK, US, Australasia, and Europe, or something. Top 4 players from each Masters play for the UK for Intercontinental Night Fight Championship.
Oh,
not
baby.
only is that a dream, that's our plan.
Yeah.
Held on the roof of Warhammer 1 as security try and get us to go in.
Surrounded by the crowd who won't let the 2 security guards through.
Very, very just to try and catch like a suicide attempt or something. Just catch them underneath. But, it's just us playing with knights on top of a roof.
Honestly,
and then it rained.
I think it's really exciting. Plus, it's that throwaway day where you just get to go and have fun for a day. You're guaranteed, every night battle that we've done, Nikos, you're just guaranteed having fun.
Yeah.
Like, guaranteed. Also, can I give some advice? Name your night after your friends. Yeah? Like Sir Tom of Harrington.
Get your mates killed.
Yeah? Sir Nikos of Necron Town. Yeah? And just, but naming them, because then, like, you know when you love your mates, but you hate your mates, and you're like, fuck, you have let me down again. Like that time you wouldn't give me a lift to that girl's house. You dickhead.
Dick.
Top blocker.
So yeah, I'm really excited about that. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
And obviously the links are in the show notes everywhere and whatever. And thank you to everyone on Patreon, because you've actually supported us and allowed us to, not all the way, but like you've helped us loads in, because it's quite expensive setting up for a tournament. Yeah. Realistically, because we're not going to an already established tournament venue. We're slowly buying and building our own tournament gear, and that's intentional so that we can host other types of tournaments like 40k tournaments and Age of Sigmar tournaments and all the other stuff.
Or kill team tournaments.
Or
AOS skirmish tournaments.
No, never in 1,000 years. How dare you get off the show!
Sorry, I got you worked up there, did I, mate? I just mentioned the Age of Sigmar skirmish and just completely triggered.
That's the red button.
So one of the things that we might do is we might do some shout outs to some people about potentially getting some differing terrain from like some pro terrain places. But because we know we're dealing with knights and we know that one of the issues with 40k Alliance are blocking terrain, me and Nikos are getting to have this really fun conversation and going outside of the miniatures based world to go and find pieces of terrain. And then, because number one, we want to be cost effective because we're quite poor.
I went to Poundland to buy these today.
There you go.
Did it cost £1?
It cost £1.
Excellent.
Number two, because it's really like me and this. So I was using Milliput on some of the bases that I did recently for my Helverins, and Nikos and me were talking. It's like we're going to use Milliput for the bottom of this. I'm like, well, not. It's easy to use polyfiller. It's the same thing basically. No, it's not quite true. And someone out there's going to be so triggered I said that. But obviously you can use a lot of it, and it makes really textured. And what was the amazing idea you came up with the other day?
The sprays.
Yeah.
So I went to B&Q for a little scout, and you can like buy sprays that have like stone effect,
or
even metallic effect ones.
Here's an idea. So you see the skull? Yeah. It's got a bit of a casting line down the middle. What if you cut that in half, use this as a hill, and then have this sticking out the top?
What, that out the top of the hill?
No, just out the top of the board. So if it just looked like
a skull
facing out the top.
Yeah.
You can get like 2 for 1 value skull.
It's a small hill.
Yeah, but it's a hill that's too big for a knight to walk around.
No, it's not. That's the point. It's almost, but it's not. I think we can make some incredible terrain. Someone's just Shadow Seasons put. We post videos of how you're making the terrain. Absolutely.
I'll definitely
just not just Liam
as we do. Yeah, like if we do a terrain day, one idea I had, we could maybe do a time lapse video.
Yeah, we can do that. No problem. I also
plenty of photos as well.
And as we all know, I'm super triggered by buildings in 40k now.
Watch me make terrain.
Ruins.
There's going to be no ruins.
There's going to be no ruins. Although the Age of Sigmar finals this weekend, Tom, someone walked up to a ruin. It was a circular castle-style ruin, and then he said, "I'm going to garrison this building," and I was so triggered. I can't begin to tell.
It's like, you what, mate? That's not.
I was like, what? He's like, that's in the rules, and I was like, get him out. It's a ruin. There's no roof on this. Yeah. Probably enough 40k to know there's no buildings left in the world. There's never been a building.
We bombed them all.
Yeah, we bombed every building that ever existed. Check out Luke's APS on YouTube for affordable scenery using polyfiller and building materials, says Mr. Tumnus. So yeah, we will check that out. It's going to be really fun. And we'll be giving you guys advice as well, because that skull that Nikos has picked up there, you can see on the screen, although it is laughable but it was £1.
And it still looks better than certain terrain at other tournaments.
Yes, it does.
That terrain was it was practical though. It was practical.
It's already better than London GT.
It worked fine. It just didn't look very nice. It's got a nicer shape. It does look nicer. It looks
already.
Nicer.
I just bought it today.
Yeah, we may well try and make some line-of-sight blocking terrain, because if line-of-sight blocking for knights,
yeah, well that'll block a Helverin.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so the
two of those together, raised up a bit. That'll block a knight.
Kind of going like this.
Well, I've left mine. I've left my arms move. So if I want to go around a corner to shoot, I just leave it like that.
Is anyone else triggered by Chris Frostrin? Thanks very much. We'll happily take you up on that. It says a help with the terrain. We'll do an honest war game of terrain day.
Nice.
Is anyone else triggered by like Citadel Woods for 40k?
I have to keep taking my trees off.
Yeah, and I'm just and they're fucking tiny.
They're really annoying to play around.
Again, the thing I talked about from Weta Studios earlier today, when I was talking about the sizing of their of that terrain that I saw. Their trees were massive. Mm-hmm. You know, they're like this. They're big, massive fucking trees, because it's a crazy world. Like if we get trees, they're not going to be like yay. They're going to be like it's redwoods, right? It should be.
Yeah, my display board's even got like little trees on it. They're not big trees. It just looks weird. It looks like the Dark Reapers are huge. It's the same with transports. Like, I've obviously got a transport capacity of 20. It's like, okay, where do they go? Whereas you're doing real scale on your what's it called? The what's your copter called?
Oh,
the Chinook.
The Chinook.
Chinook.
Yeah. You're doing real scale, right? Yeah. And it looks really cool. Whereas the other ones are kind of a bit small.
That's another good point. Also, if all the buildings in 40k are ruins, how have all them trees still like survived? They're wood.
Strong fucking trees.
They're strong as
like
shit.
PUBG, where you expect to be able to drive over that, but they just crash into a tiny little twig. Like,
they're way tougher than you can imagine.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about the terrain. But yeah, thank you to everyone on Patreon, because you guys are setting this up. And buying it for the Honest Wargaming means we can run more events in the future, different types of events, which is going to be really fun. Means we can do better battle reports, because we're going to have some really fun terrain. Like simple things, like you can buy like 4 lamps that just have battery packs in. Yeah, they're big. Yeah, like lava lamps and stuff. You stick them on a table. Like it's not a big stretch of imagination to imagine that as being like a electricity pylon.
Power core thing.
Like I kind
of
think the LGT had the right mindscape of what they thought they were going to do. Like, there's some stuff on the board, because it's a game of imagination.
Yeah.
But they, at the same time, didn't then fulfill that
I don't think their objective was necessarily to make the nicest. They were like, so a lot of times go out and say, you're going to be coming and playing on really nice boards or what have you. I think LGT's idea was, you're going to come and you're going to play on really interactive and practical boards that are going to enhance your game. At the same time, though, there is a bar for how low a quality it can look aesthetically. In terms of it actually fulfilling the role they wanted, it was fine. Yeah. But it just disappointed in another manner, I think.
Also, want to say a big shout out to Datcom, who is now our first ticket holder for the event.
Woo woo!
There we go. So awesome. it's already. There we go. Woo. And if tickets do go sold out for the first event, obviously there will be event 2.
There will be more.
There will be more.
Yeah,
there will be more. I'm Jones. I'm really excited. Thanks very much, Nikos, for doing. Nikos is giving me lots of the pack writing and rules. So or send all your bitching to him.
Yeah.
And then
if you lose, it's my fault.
Yeah, and he'll send you to our customer service that the website that Honest Wargame runs. It's called suckmytinydick.com. Please feel free to send all the emails.
You could have sent it to like relations at GW PLC. You know?
Yeah. Send anything.
Send all issues and problems to the 40k FAQ.
That's it. I forgot what we were called.
Fish tank decorations might be a good shout for a little table full of stuff.
Just have a fish tank on the bottom. Yeah, pull it on the fish tank, mate.
Does no one else think that no one is being? Maybe I'm being a dickhead, and there is examples of people out there who are. But tournaments I go to, everyone's taking miniatures models and using them as terrain. But they're incredible. Like a Void Shield Generator, right? Isn't? I mean, it's a very detailed miniature, but I mean, like. It's not very It's like 80 quid.
Yeah. So you make one out of plant pots.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't want to make. Yeah.
You never saw Blackie's plasma obliterators, did you?
No.
They were plant pots.
Were they?
They look really nice because he's handy with an airbrush, but they were plant pots.
And that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, how I think that there's so much
Simon
scope.
and his fucking crystals.
And then because we're all tied in, it's like we talked about with paint at the start of the show. I was talking about paint, and I was like, everyone's like, don't use those whites or don't use those metals. Everyone's like, use this specific Vallejo metal, use this specific color white from this paint range. And I'm like, what about Games Workshop paints? And then people just laugh at me. And I feel like and I'm like, I've been in this hobby a while, and I don't like it when people hang out with some really good painters the other day. It's really funny. I was hanging out with Oscar Paints and also Lance, who does Lance Allen Miniatures on Instagram. And he's won a Golden Demon, and Thingy's won a Crystal Sword, and they didn't know each other, and they're from different parts of the world. And I saw them both, and I was talking to Oscar, and I walked over to Lance, and I was like, "Hey, Lance, can you come with me a second?" He went, "Yeah." And I went, "Oscar, this is Lance. Lance is Oscar." I left him. Fucking 45 minutes later, they're still like, "Yeah, blue's good. Yeah, I like blue," or whatever the fuck painters
I love blue.
Yeah, whatever the fuck painters talk about.
I like
right?
red
And at
better.
one point, they showed me a picture, and they were like, "What?" And there was 2 boxes that were different colours, and then there was 2 other boxes inside those 2 boxes, and they were like, "What colour are these?" And I was like, "The same." And they were like,
You know nothing,
yeah,
Jon
and then they were
Snow.
like colour theory jokes, and I was like, "This is gay. This is how it feels when I tell my mates about Warhammer. This is how it feels."
These nerds.
Yeah, these nerds, but they were over the moon about it, and I was fucking jonesed about it. That they were talking, but where was my point going? I don't
Branch out from Games Workshop Paints.
Yes, I was talking to one of them about using
New
Games Workshop
Horizons.
Paints, and they both laughed at me.
Yeah.
Laughed.
Really?
I just use what's accessible. I put it in my airbrush and it go bang.
Mr. Tumler says, "Yeah, there's loads of us using non-Games Workshop scale terrain. I got kids to feed, so I can't afford £70 a pop on a Promethean refinery," which I think is a really fair point. Chapter Master Farak has ordered his ticket. I think that might be one of the first tournaments he's ever attended, so I'm really chuffed about that.
Awesome.
Good man. Yeah, cool. But then he says, "I only use Games Workshop paints." So this face.
I use some Vallejo's Gnarly paints, but mostly still Games Workshop paints because it's easy. You don't know what the colours are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you can pick them up, but you can order from online, right?
Yeah, but then I need to actually learn what everything is, and it's easier to see in person what the colour kind of pigment is compared to on your screen, especially when my screen is covered in orange spray from when I messed up my airbrush.
Okay, all right. So look, it's been awesome. And I'm very
looks
excited.
really cool.
And again, the show notes are below.
To the
and the
Down
links
there.
and everything you need to do. If you bought a ticket, we're going to stick you in a WhatsApp group and a Discord, so you guys can chat away, which will be really fun. And then, Tom, any other questions?
Nope.
Nikos, any other questions? Any other thoughts?
Can I tease another mission? Tease another mission.
We've only got one more mission.
Divide and conquer.
Go for it. Tell me.
Divide and conquer. So basically, the deployment map for this. So there's 2 objectives: one on the extreme left flank, and then one on the extreme right flank. And the deployment map is a 24-inch square in the middle, and then the opposite one, 24-inch square in the middle. So the deployment
So we'll be
zones
touching each other.
touching.
Oh,
Yeah.
so long as the tips touch.
As long as the tips are touching, it's fine. As long as it's no.
So long as you don't look each other in the eyes while you're deploying.
Yeah,
It's
it's perfectly fine.
perfectly alright.
And then, so the idea is you've got to go. So each one is worth 1 point at the end of each turn. So the objectives are as far away apart as almost possible. It's just 1 point per turn. It's just interesting deployment. So yeah, you deployed right next to each other.
So all the deployment
you're
maps are
gonna
going to be fixed, right?
Yes.
Which I think is great.
No
So
messing about.
You have to do nothing when you turn up to the table. You have to put your objectives down, which there'll be a little piece of paper on the table telling you what to do.
Yep.
Yeah. Put your objectives, and there'll be a video that plays that explains it to you. Put your objectives down, and you play your game, and you finish. When you finish, everyone hangs out at the bar, chills out, has a chat, does some stuff, watches some more night games.
That sounds good.
Like how's your night doing? Just fun.
Yeah.
Really fun. I'm well excited. Tips touching. I think the term you're after is docking. Twitch chat's got interested.
Oh,
That got them riled, didn't it?
docking.
Sorry.
Shall we go get drinks?
No.
Okay.
So we're gonna
just double checking it all right.
Sorry, guys. So we're gonna end the show here. And we're gonna say thank you to everyone on Patreon. What are you guys doing?
You know it, Tom.
Thank you to everyone on Audible.
Not Audible.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Not right now.
No, not now. On Patreon, who subscribes, who donates to the show, and in general hangs out, watches on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And did I get everything?
That nailed it, absolutely. And also subscribe, hit whatever you can, share it with everyone, let everyone know about the tournament. Tell us if you're coming. Yeah. The other thing I was going to say was I found this weekend, Tom, and I know you're going to a couple of 40k events soon. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of people who were there who didn't come up and say hello just because they were like, I didn't want to disturb you. I'm sure you would love people to come up and say hello.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah?
It intimidates my opponent. It's great. Doesn't work when my opponents do it. And to me,
isn't it good luck for people to like run their hands through your hair?
Yeah, it's as long as I've washed it.
Okay, yeah.
Just make sure I've washed it first. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I always love a good mind game. So yeah. Come over and say hi.
Good. Yeah, come over and say hello. Like that's something that we all want to do. So like, please feel free. And if you like see us gaming,
and if you stick around, I'll hang around after the game and just have a chill.
Yeah, have a chill. And he can probably just tell you about Reapers.
Yeah.
It was like that guy compared to 40k. Did you see my tweet?
No.
So he was saying, does anyone else feel like negatives to hit are too widespread? Or does anyone know how to deal with Dark Reapers? I'm like, I've got a suggestion. It's just a picture of some Dark Reapers.
Like Reapers with Reapers.
There you go. That's how you deal with it.
So thank you to everyone who's been in the chat. Zemini's, Witch King, Chester, Master Varrock, Mr. Tumnus, Buckumpin, John, obviously, as always, LLV, Mr. Papine, Twitch for Ziliath, May Contain Opinions, Lord Win, a bunch of people who seem quite stoked. That's really fun. Thank you to you, Nick and Tom. We're ending the show a bit early today because we are plotting.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. This is the plan. We're going to do some plotting. And
that sounds good.
You guys are going to be involved in some plotting. We're back next week, next Thursday. We're going to be doing rundowns. We're going to be talking 40k. Tom can tell us about how much he loves a wave serpent or two.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or 5.
Or 5.
I'm still not convinced by that list, actually.
No?
5 wave serpent, I'm not convinced by.
Someone's got to be convinced by it.
I think it's good, but I don't think it's going to win events, actually.
You guys just have a great day, whoever you are, wherever you are. Have a great hobby weekend, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.